Hip-hop artist and rapper Kanye West says that President Obama just isn't as well connected as the Jews. Haaretz is reporting about this. Kanye West blamed President Obama's failures on the fact that black people aren't as well connected as Jewish people. He said this on New York City's radio station 105.1 FM. I have the audio, Lewis. Let's take a listen to it, okay? Here we go.
We don't got it like that. When I tell you only 7 black billionaires, look at that marginalization, and we feel like we happy because me and Rick Ross got a Maybach, or I got a Sprint outside, or a couple of us, or they put a black president. Man, let me tell you something about George Bush and oil money and Obama and no money.
Yeah.
People want to say Obama can't make these moves or he's not executing. That's because he ain't got those connections. Black people don't have the same level of connections as Jewish people.
So let's stop it right there for a second. He's not really saying this, but it's almost like when he says Obama doesn't have Bush's connections, Obama isn't Jewish like Bush. I don't even know if he's implying that George W. Bush is Jewish. Of course he's not. It doesn't even really matter, though. We'll kind of continue with this.
Black people don't have the same connection
hold on a second,
as oil people. You know we don't know nobody that got a nice house. You know we don't know nobody with paper like that we could go to when we down. You know that could just put us back or put us in a corporation. You know we ain't in a situation. Can you guarantee that your daughter could get a job at this radio station? But if you own this radio station, you could guarantee that.
Okay, so there it is, Lewis. So he's really checking off all the boxes. He's checking off the all Jews know each other and work together stereotype. He's checking off the Jews control media stereotype. He's really doing quite an elaborate standard Jewish stereotypes routine on this program.
Yeah, of course, we all know that Kanye is a man who has a history of embarrassing himself on, I don't know, various media platforms. But I say, why pay any attention to Kanye? This is one of the biggest idiots I've ever seen in my life. And I mean, I guess just for the comedic value, it's interesting.
I couldn't help but be reminded of when he stood next to Mike Myers at a Katrina fundraiser and went off script saying, first with a basically unintelligible string of non sequiturs. And remember, I didn't like George W. Bush any more than Kanye West did or anybody else who has any kind of reasonable critical thinking skills about what happened under George W. Bush, and said George W. Bush doesn't care about black people. And even if he really believed that that were true, is it really advantageous to say that on that platform? It just didn't make any sense. And you know what, Lewis? The sad thing is I'll get emails or YouTube comments from people saying, David, are you denying that tons of big media executives are Jewish? Are you denying the obvious? And this is where we get into this nuance that so many people just don't get when they're just deep down anti-Jewish, which is there's a huge difference between the concept of conspiratorial Jewish control and individual success of Jewish people within a particular industry like media, separate from this control conspiracy. Jews initially got into things like theater and film and television because, number one, when they were oppressed in much of Europe, sometimes the few things they could do was to get up there and entertain their oppressors. This goes back a long time. And when they came to the U.S., often the only place where they could be hired, at least for some time, was within Hollywood. So the idea that there's been this conspiracy, and this conspiracy of control, Lewis, not only is it offensive, but it doesn't even account for historical realities of oppression.
No, of course not. I mean, conspiratorial thinking rarely accounts for things like that. But I mean, if this were true, I mean, wouldn't we be like Hollywood execs right now?
Yeah, absolutely. You would think so.